What's up, man? I mean, involved in a car accident. How you feeling?
Man, I feel great. Sat out for a little bit. Had to get my head right. I had a concussion. But, I felt great today. This weight's been great, been feeling good. So, I'm back.
How has this transition been for you? Obviously, you played some last year. I could go ahead and get the question out of the way of what your weight at and all that stuff too.
So I'm weighing about 240. Put on about 20 pounds. It's pretty hard, but, got to keep eating. That's really the biggest thing is eating and eating, especially when you get in times like this and you're going and going. You have to eat or I'll lose weight. The transition has been very, very fun. I love playing tight end. I think I can make a lot of money playing tight end. So I've been having my fun with it and, just going to see what it does this next season.
KJ, you're obviously starting quarterback and you're competing, I guess, against yourself in a lot of ways. I mean, I know Malik's pushing and all that stuff too, but what's your mindset in every day when you go out there and trying to get better and just to build on what you did last year?
Just being more consistent and being more vocal as a leader on the team and just making sure that when I speak, I'm grabbing everybody's attention and giving everybody on one accord. And the main thing when I step out there on the field is I'm competing with the other guys in the room as well and with myself as well, just me being disciplined on reads that I need to make reads on and make sure I know where the ball needs to go and it gets there. So just being disciplined and consistent.
Jay, you don't have Traylon Burks this year, but how's the receiver group coming along? I asked Sam the same thing. How do you feel about the group of receivers, including the tight ends with Trey and Huds and those guys?
I feel real good about the receiving core and the tight end core. Just those guys, they're great athletes. They all of them have stepped up in major ways, and some of them have grown a lot over the course of the spring. So just being able to just get those athletes the ball in space and just let them play ball.
Hazelwood made a pretty quick adjustment considering coming completely different offense, school, and terminology and stuff.
Yes, he's learning each and every day. The main thing, he's getting down the terminology that we speak in for this system that we run and just him being able to just go from the pro-style offense in Oklahoma to a more up-tempo and, make sure we're getting the ball back inside and getting the signal and lining up and playing pretty fast. So he's been, over the spring, he's done a real good job adjusting and catching on pretty quickly.
Trey, you said that you've gained about 20 pounds. How did you go about doing that?
Oh, it started last season when I made the transition. I was weighing about 217. So what I was focusing on was just stuffing my face with food, basically. Just trying to gain any and every pound that I could through the course of the season. And then after the season, hit the weight room hard, eating a lot of calories, just trying to pack on some weight. And, I feel pretty good.
KJ, what does a guy like Trey bring to the table as a tight end?
Just his versatility and just the mismatch that he creates. Coming from as a receiver and still having that receiver mindset, just being able to get the ball and make plays and make guys miss in space. That's the main thing. I consider him a flex tight end because we still can line him up outside the receiver and maybe a linebacker come out there on him or a nickel or something like that. And, with the size he has and the hands that he has, he's still a mismatch problem. So.
AJ, Coach Pittman said that you've improved a lot in making your reads and just kind of seeing the game before it happens. So what is it that you've worked on in this offseason to kind of improve in that?
Just film. Not being greedy, which goes on the fact of being disciplined. So, just taking whatever the defense give me. Just knowing that those 5 yards add up over the course of time. And when I take shots, just be aggressive when we take the shot. So, just being disciplined.
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday, may have been Thursday, but you hit Malik on 75-yard touchdown bomb, 55-yard touchdown bomb. How dangerous can he be out there for you guys at wide receiver? How much can he help?
We call him Tyreek Hill. Just his speed that he brings, and just people ain't too many guys in college can run with Malik. So just being able to put him out there and just let him go be an athlete, just let him go play. So having a guy like that out on the field, and he played quarterback as well, so it give the defense something to look at, hey, it's two quarterbacks, something not right. But, just being able to get him the ball and just let him play and just let him have fun.
You guys have been around the block a little bit now. When you look out at this team, it looks like first of all, it looks big, but it looks like an older team. You guys get that sense that there's just a sense of maturity out there with this group? for both of you guys?
Yes, I do, mainly on the offensive side and defensive side. I mean, we got a lot of guys coming back like Cat and Bump and those guys coming back. And then from an offensive standpoint, I mean, we got a veteran group up front that came back. So, and I mean, those just the maturity level and the leadership that those guys bring to the table, just it trickled down the line to the freshmen and the young guys that's coming in. So when everybody's being mature and everybody's growing so fast, then it makes the team a whole lot better and a whole lot quicker.
I think we do have a well-seasoned team, a very seasoned team. Guys have played a lot of ball on our team, and I think that helps them with the younger guys of being good teachers and making our younger guys better every single day by teaching them things that defenses do, how to attack things and how to be good in their craft. And I think that's what an older team brings to the table. We played a lot of ball. And we're gelled together so nicely. I mean, the chemistry is off the charts. So I'm excited.
KJ, it looks like Rocket has prospered from being with the ones during the spring. What have you seen from his maturity standpoint, where he's better?
Just being able to get the signal and line up quick. I mean, he knows what's going on. He knows this in protection. He's talking to the O-line, communicating, making sure they know where they're going so he can react off of it. And, I mean, just him just being able to come in and just take the spring and just take the reps as a one and just take it serious. I mean, just coming in, having fun, embracing it and all. But all in all in the field, he's focused.
I have a question for both of y'all. Apparently, Sam is getting closer to whatever contract he's going to get and could be here the rest of his coaching career. What role has he played in where Arkansas football is right now, if y'all could both?
I got it. I think he just restored the hope of this. This is a proud state, and we say it all the time, and we play with the chip on our shoulder. And I think, this man could finish his coaching career here. We love him. The fans love him. He's brought that grittiness to our team, that toughness that we're going to go out there every week and we're going to hit you in the mouth until you quit. So I think that's what he's brought to the table.
What Trey said, you hit it dead on, just him bringing that grit and just bringing just that great atmosphere that Arkansas has been missing in the past. So with him coming in and just instilling that hope into all the fans here and just giving those the fans a show each and every time we step out on the field. And we also just playing hard for him and not only just him, for each other and the state. So with all that at stake, we just play lights out.
There's a mental aspect to this that we're not going to see you guys anymore this spring. 3 more practices and the fans – but you got 3 more practices. What do you want to concentrate on these next 3 to finish spring the right way to both of y'all?
Just coming out healthy. Everybody's still coming out healthy and make sure everybody's still in their playbooks. So, when we come back, we don't have no setbacks. We just hit the ground running and everybody just intact and we're executing and chasing perfection, basically. So, the main thing out of these 3 practices, we just want to come out and just remain healthy.
Both of y'all, this may be a strange question, but is there a guy guys on the defensive side of the ball that have caught you guys' eyes in terms of just wherever you go, he's right there or he's always around the ball, maybe in your face a little bit?
Drew Sanders. He's a huge asset to the team. What he brings on the defense side of the ball is just great. He's always around the ball, fast in space, make plays, a guy that will come down in the box and will hit you, will thump you. So, just him just come to the Arkansas Razorbacks and just what he brings is awesome.
You think the tandem with him and Bumper, maybe a third linebacker too, you think that's a pretty solid duo with those 2 guys?
Yes, no questions, yeah.
You want to give a thought on Drew, what you've seen out of him?
So, I have to block him most of the time, but, I've been out, but I've watched. And, the man flies to the ball. Drew, he sniffs it out and he goes 110 to the ball, and he's hard to block in space. He does this little swim move, and I don't know, it's been getting everybody. It almost got me today. So, I don't know. He just flies, and he's athletic. I haven't seen anybody move the way that he does. And in space, it's hard to block when somebody's flying at you and can juke you out or just run through your face. So, he has a knack for the ball.
Trey, you finish up on the next 3 practices of what y'all want to do?
I just want to work on touching up technique. I feel like that's the biggest thing, coming out healthy and just working on, especially for myself, working on, my footsteps and blocking and shooting my hands and getting good hand placement and just things like that to clean up my technique. Because technique can always be cleaned up and always be tweaked to make you a better player.
Ask Coach Coach what he's excited about this team. He said toughness, and more toughness. How do y'all account for that when y'all really haven't scrimmaged that much? I mean, once. What's the practice like that can make y'all tough?
I would say just, and from my standpoint, is just coming out healthy, and also it's way harder to thud than just tackle. So just us instilling just thudding guys up and not taking them to the ground and just being able to make sure you're squaring up in the right position. And as an offensive guy, just being able to run through arm tackles and making sure we square up and focus on our technique and driving our feet. So up front, I mean, just straining and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's what we get from just toughness and just also just being loyal to one another. Just knowing that, I mean, we all we got. So just by us just bonding together and making it, like Trey hit on earlier, with our chemistry. So when we have a close-knit team, then can't nothing just break us apart.
I would have to say just the way that we practice, the intensity. I feel like that's what makes us so tough. The defense brings it every day, so we have no choice but to bring it on the offensive side. And I think that's what makes a better team, when you can compete day in and day out and be healthy. Because, I mean, it's easy to go out there and just, hurt one of your teammates or get mad or whatever. But it takes a close-knit team to go out there and practice as intense as we do and stay in as healthy as we do.
Thanks, fellas.
All right, thank you.